Hi, my name is Jen. Welcome to my channel, All My Plants. Today I have just some little planty chores, mostly just potting up propagations, I think. Because I'm getting ready to go on vacation, so I'm trying to get this stuff, like a ton of stuff actually, done before I do that. So we're gonna hop right in. I have my usual potting mix here. There's a video on it on my channel somewhere. I think it's called Answering Questions. So in there I discuss my potting mix, like what's in it, but basic rundown. It's bark, perlite, a pre-bagged mix, pretty much any of them, whatever your choice is, which they usually have peat and perlite in them as well. Maybe a wetting agent, I think, is in the one I use. There's charcoal, fungus, gnat stuff, which is basically mosquito bits, a systemic pesticide, and a slow release fertilizer. That's the basic rundown of what's in there. Alright, I think first I'm going to pot up, we propagated this quite a while ago. It's Hoya polynura. I'm sorry if the light's not great in here, it's kind of starting to fade outside. But that's the propagations, which are all growing. I guess you can kind of see. They look pretty good. Those are the propagations. These are older propagations. These ones have done really, really well. And then this little doodad right here, believe it or not, is the mother plant. So we're gonna pot them all together in an old, what is this, Costa Farms pot? I don't know, I'm just recycling pots because it's a hanging pot and I think they'll all fit in this one. I mean, so it's upsizing this quite a bit, but it's a thirsty plant anyway, so hopefully it'll be fine. And I'll tilt you so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Back to my handy dandy washing machine workspace slash dryer workspace. I don't know where to put anything because as usual I don't have enough room. Alright, let me move some stuff. This is for something else. That up there. Alright, so I'm just going to dig everybody out and set them to the side. I'm not worried about the soil getting mixed with the old soil because there's nothing wrong with these. The soil's probably just breaking down at this point. So there's that one. This one here had a lot of stem, so I just buried more stem. It looks like it's got pretty decent roots. I'm not worried about getting all this soil off because, like I said, I'm not repotting because there's anything wrong with it. I'm just repotting because I want to get them all together, which hopefully I don't regret. So there's that one. And then these are the most recent cuttings. That's actually dry. That, and I water this all the time. All the time. It just dries out really fast. I would really love that if the roots aren't so tangled up that they come apart in a separate cutting so I can kind of space them out a bit. I don't know if that's going to happen. Yeah, it is. Yeah, and that's one cutting. And that's one. Got pretty decent roots. I don't know if you can see. And then these are the other ones. This one here is not really showing much growth yet. This was the top cutting. I can see where it's gonna grow, but it's already grown twice from that spot. And then this is the other one in the roots. So those are those guys. Yay, very dry. All right, I'm gonna put a little soil on the bottom of this. And I'm going to plant these kind of low in the pot too because that's a lot of soil for the underneath. I mean, it's full to a little less than halfway, so I'm going to say maybe there with soil already before I ever put the cuttings in it or plants in it. Did I say that this is the Hoya polynura? I don't know, I can't remember. My brain gets going faster than my mouth, which I guess is better than my mouth going faster than my brain, which also happens, but just not as much. Come on, there we go. I just watered this, I think yesterday, and it feels quite wet still. Let's see. Yeah, pretty wet at the bottom, for sure. I'm gonna put some of that wet soil right back in the bottom. That's why I'm dumping some out. This is one cutting, but it grew two new shoots. This is what, 2 or 3? This was 3 cuttings. Okay. So those 3 I'm going to leave together because they've been living together for a while now already. Can you see what I'm doing at all? Shall I zoom in? Sorry, my lighting really isn't the best today. See, I don't want it right on the edge. Give it a little bit of space away from the edge. Alright. Now we're going to tuck these guys in. In there. Oh, you're doing good. How about you? You've got lots of roots. We'll put that one kind of towards the middle. That's the original one. Okay. That one over there. You right there. That one's going to get growing soon, I can feel it. And that one there. So it's going to look like a hot mess, but it'll right itself. It's going to work out. So a lot of these roots took up more of the pot than I assumed that they would. That's a good thing. It's always good, right? Okay. So I'm excited to be going on vacation. Sorry I keep getting quiet. I'm like out of it today. But I'm excited to be going on vacation. It's been a little bit since we did anything, got out of the house. I don't have anybody like to come, well, I guess I could, but I don't get anybody to come water my plants because I'd rather them be too dry than too wet when I get back, if that makes any sense. Of course somebody has to be here to like take care of my animals and stuff, but I'm like, don't worry about the plants, I'll take care of that. They'll be fine for a few days. And usually they are. So I'm not too stressed about that. Mostly I just want to make sure my animals are good. But I do water them like the day that I leave. I go around and water everybody who needs watered. Maybe even some that don't. Like, that doesn't look that bad, right? It's gonna be fine. But yeah. And I just check everybody for pests. So I run around and do that like the day that I leave. And then of course when I get back I kind of run around and do the same thing. Alright, who's still wet? Who needs to be treated for pests? Who needs, you know, whatever. I just check everybody out real good. Alright. So it looks a little funny right now, but it'll get itself together. Can you see it? Yeah, you can kind of see it there. So, one step closer to that full trailing pot of this that I keep talking about. Alright, I'm just gonna hang it up here for now. But yeah, so I'm excited to be preparing for vacation because I don't know, it's been a while. It's been a stressful year. Like everything's fine, but it's just, you know, normal life type stuff. So the next thing I'm potting up is all of these mayoi cuttings, and I'm going to put them all in one pot for now because I don't think they'll do well while I'm gone in the stratum. That is what they were rooting in. This one's done good. Like, this was in the chute when we propagated it, and it's got a new one coming. This one here is just, it's not unfurled great. I forgot to water it. And then we also had 2 others in stratum, which they both have growth points, which you may or may not be able to see. There's one in there. And then this one has one too, but it's kind of up against the cup. And then there was 2 others in water, which I guess we can pull those out. They actually did better in water than they did in the stratum, if anyone was wondering. They had no growth points when we put them in the water. It's about to unfurl a leaf. This one already did and has a second one coming, which I don't know if you can see it, and decent enough roots. So what do we have? We have 3 in stratum and 2 in water, but we're going to pot them all together for now anyway. And I'm going to put you back down here. There we go. And they are going in this cup here. I don't know, what is that, a 6-inch? That's not a 6-inch. It might be a 6-inch, 5-inch, 6-inch pot. Oh, it says on the bottom, 6-inch. Oh, I'm a genius. But yeah, so that's, I'm just gonna put them in there all together for now. I don't think they're gonna last long in there, but the idea is eventually to get them on the pole with the one that I have out in the greenhouse. Oh no, actually it's in here. That also has a new growth and a second leaf coming. I'll show you, or well, I will try to remember to show you. But I just watered these too, so that's fun. Oh, it had roots coming out the bottom of the cup. Oh, it's in there too. Jeepers. There we go. All right. So I like the fluval or the stratum. I like rooting in it, but it doesn't seem to be, I mean, it might be a little bit rootier than the ones in water. Like, it had more space for sure than it did in the test tube in the water. But the growth was, I think, just as fast either way. The new growth and the rooting, it kind of happened just as fast. If anybody wanted a comparison there. Oh, look at that one. That one has a root coming out of the bottom too. Pardon my dirty, gross hands. Is it focusing? I can't tell. Yeah. All right. So that one there has pretty decent roots as well. Yep. Oh, and a little teeny growth point, which there it is. You can kind of see it. Now how they'll transfer over to soil from being pretty wet apparently, I couldn't tell you. I guess we're gonna find out. Can you see me over here? I'm just dumping the stratum out. Come on now. Oh. All right. The roots are all stuck together where they had grown around the bottom of the cup. I can't tell which is going where, but yeah. I don't know. We're gonna try it like that. Those are the roots. All right. Stick that one over there. I'm just trying to make sure they're at the same level. And I'm gonna fill it just like it is, even though it looks like a hot mess. Ugh, I hate the muddy hands feeling. I usually try to wait until plants are pretty dry to repot them, but like I said, I'm just running out of time and I have a lot of stuff to do before we go, so it is what it is. Oh, will you please stay over here where I want you? I know this looks crazy as well, but it will sort itself out. It will. In time. Probably by the time it starts to, I'll be ready to repot it again. Like I said, my goal was actually to have all my Mayowais potted together, but I'm just out of time to worry with it right this moment. And that'll be a future chores to get all these back out of here and on the pole with their mom. But yeah, so nice full pot of Mayowai, or full-ish. It works for now, yeah? I think so. I think it does. Alright, and then I think the last thing I have is a couple other cuttings that I had in stratum, and that is, let me get you over here. Alright, sorry. Okay, sorry. Happy camera, fun playtime. The philodendron, I guess they were silver stripe cuttings. This was a single cutting, it was the top cutting, and then there was two in this one. They both have, well, you can kind of see the growth point on this one, and there's another one there. So this was two cuttings. They're very well rooted in these cups, both of them. If it's focusing, I can't tell you. The goal originally was, once again, to put them on the same pole with the mother plant, but it's a teeny pole, and I don't have time to go fidget with finding a bigger one right now. And I'm starting to think that this would kind of look cool as a trailing plant, so I'm going to put it in a little hanging basket, and which I don't think is going to last long either. I think it's the one that the hoya just came out of. Yeah, we'll just put it in that one. The polyneuria just came out of this, but I'm going to try hanging basket for now and see how that works, or how long that works. Once again, I'm just going to dump the stratum in this cup. Let me get you over here again so you can see. I'm sorry. What's wrong with me today? A lot? Alright. I'm just going to dump these are drier, much drier. Dump the stratum out. So yeah, they're nicely rooted. Not sure how long they've been in there. A little while, I guess, but can you see the roots? And then this one's a little bit smaller, I think, but still quite nice. And then this was the top cutting. Also quite nice roots. I think this one has more roots. They're pretty dry. I'm a little concerned. Whoops. My bad. They're pretty dry. Like not desiccated dry, but they're dry. Alright. I was not keeping up well with the watering. Like they needed to be watered a lot. Alright, I'm going to lean them on toward the side first, fill in the center, and then I'm going to smush them towards the center and fill around the edge. That's my method. Alright. Somebody's too high. It's this one. It's like sticking up out of there. Alright. So I decided on Williamsburg for my vacation. Well, I didn't just decide, my husband did as well. Like, we used to go to, or well, me and my daughter anyway, we used to go to, is it Six Flags? No, Busch Gardens there all the time. And I like it. I mean, crowds aren't really my thing. Kind of an introvert. But, you know, it was fun. I won't say that it wasn't. but it's just not really like, I don't know. I do like amusement parks and I do like to ride rides, but that's not like my biggest priority anymore. I am kind of interested in going to like the historic places. It's kind of cool. Like Jamestown is right around there. It's not that far. Colonial Williamsburg, of course, the Yorktown battlefield is over there. I don't even know what all. Oh, and there's a place called Belle Isle in Richmond that I've been wanting to check out. It has an interesting history of its own, which I'm not here to give a history lesson, but if you're interested in what I'm talking about, it's like, I guess it was industrial, like an industrial town. There was a factory or something over there, and people lived over there. I think it's across from Hollywood Cemetery, which is not in Hollywood, but I think that's that was one of its claims to fame, is there was like some Confederate soldiers or something buried over there, which like I really couldn't care less about that. But I do like urbex and abandoned places, and even though I think it's technically a city park or something now, the ruins I believe are still there. So I'm into it. But yeah, so this is that one. It looks okay. It'll sort itself out. Might look a little bizarre for now, but it'll get right. And I think that is the last of them. So I will be, over the next few days, let me get you over here again. Over the next few days, I'll be doing some more plant chores. I've got some stuff I want to propagate, and I'm probably going to do all of that on camera, so that I have some videos ready to go up, because I'm a little bit late with this video, which if you've stuck around to the end, I will insert some clips and you'll see why. My young people have all been together, which doesn't happen often, that I get all three of the girls together at the same time with me and my best friend and her young people. We went to the beach with our dogs. We just messed around out at my best friend's house in her yard, and it was basically a good time. So I have been distracted by that. And actually, my oldest and my youngest will be here together today with me, and I think we're gonna go get my best friend and once again just engage in some nonsense, because it's fun. So anyway, that's what I had for you today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me, and come back and check me out again soon. Bye.